Hello and welcome, my friends. Welcome to September's angel reading. It's hard to believe we're actually well past the middle of the month. It's crazy to believe that we are like plowing through September. Monday, we're going to be into the fall, and then the following week, we're into October already. It is crazy how fast this month goes. And I always say this, the January to, I'd say, what, May-ish, June-ish? This, it seems like the longest, sloggiest trudge. And then it just seems to get faster and faster. Time flies. We fly through the summer, and then the fall just crashes into the winter, and we're at the end of the year already. So it's crazy to me as to how fast this is going. Now, I couldn't think of a better day to look at or work with the angels and get some insight than today, because we do have the lunar eclipse that is bringing some anxiety and fear to people, and that's hard. Now, Monday I did do a full harvest moon reading where I did talk about the lunar eclipse and how that it's not wanting to fear or scare us, and it's not going to cause the turmoil that we are anticipating. Yes, it looks scary. Will it be large and in charge? Yes. However, it's all about empowerment. I will do my best to remember to link the full harvest moon into the reading so that you can go in and just click on the little card and see what that's going to look like for you. And what you thought of the reading. I liked the reading, and I liked how it empowered people. So you can go in and check that out if you haven't. Now, the angel readings. Well, I am working on an angel deck. I haven't worked on it at all. Time, children, life. I just haven't had any time to sit down and do it. This is the Angel Tarot. For reasons like this is not my favorite deck. However, for reasons like this, I enjoy it. It also doesn't have large blurbs. A lot of times with angel decks, they have that large, Archangel Michael said this. Yeah, 12 years ago, 20 years ago. Then I have the Healing with the Angels Oracle, which is, I do enjoy this deck. And I love this one. This is the Angel Inspiration Oracle. All right, let's get into this. Let's see what the angels want to share with you today. And it's nice to get some insight from the angelic energy because we've got a guardian angel, at least one of them, with us all the time. And then we, of course, have guides and we have angels in our life in different ways. So knowing that you have this great support and you can get guidance from. And that's an important piece. All right, let's do this. I love it. The Page of Wands. Having that very creative, passion-based, playful energy is going to be needed. Not only today, as we are dealing with some anxiety, with some larger energies, but as we go forward into the fall, because there's always going to be some large energy, something in retrograde, something happening that's going to cause challenges. Having that playful, creative, passion energy stirring us and really empowering us and kind of raising that internal fire of ourselves, fanning that flame will help. Additionally, asking questions. This is usually a very child, innocent energy that does ask questions. And not questions that are going to be, hurtful or mean. It's more about asking the questions that are going to help. And I encourage you to ask yourself questions. Please stay away from why questions. Why questions can be very challenging. The how comes, it's not so much. It's about what can I do? How can I do this? What supports am I going to need? Those are the types of questions that we need to focus in on. The Five of Swords. This is why I said, please stay away from the whys. You can go to blue in your face to answer the whys. Be mindful of the conflictual, challenging energies, those people in our lives. Be creative, be proactive with knowing their challenges. If you deal with a lot of aggressive, very conflictual people, make sure you have the tools and supports already in play before you deal with them, so that it's not like a train blindsiding you every time. Death. I know it's a hard card to get into, but it is a positive card. This is a card of transition. We want that. We want things to change and shift. Well, the only way we can do that is if we are looking at releasing things. We can't continue to hold what we are currently holding and expect the change that we want. Looking at releasing what we don't need. That's going to support us in claiming and embracing things that we do. Now, when we're releasing things, guys, please remember not to traumatize yourself. It is not going to support you in any way if you trigger or traumatize yourself during these releases. I've got a lot of supports on my channel in releasing all sorts of stuff. You can go in and check the playlist that you like. I can guide you. There's a lot of stuff with the angels. So the archangels, I've also got angelic healing ones, really helpful. I've done some stuff with the new moon. You can go in and check. Releasing will help. If you're not a meditator, intentional bathing, it's a cheap and cheerful way to do this because you're not adding a lot of extra, and it's something you already do. So before you have your shower or bath, as you're getting the towels fluffed up in the water, the temperature, ask any and all high vibrational beings to come in and support you with that shift, that change, that work you want to do. And then take your shower. You're adding the element of water and you're breaking down the law of free will. Win-win when it comes to releasing. My crystal friends, labradorite. This is a crystal for trauma, for releasing, for grounding. It's a guardianship crystal. Super helpful when we're looking at working with death. The Nine of Cups in reversal. So both the Nine of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles are abundance cards. The Nine of Pentacles, we have a tendency to dig more and understand because, well, it talks about that tangible physical abundance. The Nine of Cups talks about that abundance in other areas. The emotional abundance, the spiritual abundance, the feelings. These are things that are harder to pinpoint. However, we all have in our lives. It's just sometimes it's harder to find. And that's why the Nine of Cups is in reversal. The angels are asking you to start to look at the positive, that sunrise rather than that sunset, than the negative. Queen of Swords in reversal. Now the Queen of Swords, of course, well, she is the queen of knowledge, if you will. However, she can easily turn to that ice queen sadistic biatch that we all know and love. Please be mindful of the reactivity. Please be mindful of those swirling obsessive thoughts. Both go hand in hand with the ice queen. You need to make sure that the information and knowledge is there, yes, and that you are using your third eye thinking center. However, you want to make sure that it is a positive aspect rather than one that's going to add further challenge to what you're dealing with. The Queen of Swords, when she is empowered, is a powerhouse. she can help you. You can turn it, especially if you are using your knowledge to your advantage and you're starting to look at those positive things. You're not obsessing about the negativity or the reactivity. You're starting to shift your perspective. Shifting your perspective will turn these two cards. It's amazing what happens when you do a little bit of work in looking at that positive and raising our vibration rather than hyper focusing in on the negative. Because when you raise your vibration, you're opening yourself up to connecting with the high vibrational beings, attracting more positivity through people and, of course, abundance that's coming forward. You're working with the universal energy rather than against it. Again, super important when you're dealing with, well, wanting to shift it rather than sit in it. Okay. First card. Just said, shift it, don't sit in it, step into the light. It's a really nice card. Can be easier said than done because when we're trying to step from that darkness to the light, so we're working with death, it can feel overwhelming and a little bit harder to do. Archangel Uriel is an amazing archangel to support you in doing this. Looking at some of the toxic thoughts, swirling yuck that we wanted to work through will also help. Because again, stepping into the light talks about raising your vibration. So focusing in on those positive pieces will help too. Be tolerant. Oh my God, yes. This is not going to be done in one go. You're not going to be able to do one meditation and go, yep, check, there we go, we're done. No, it's going to take some work. It's going to take some time. And you're going to have some setbacks. And you're going to have, it's like a game of snakes and ladders. You're going to have some amazing successes. And then you might take a couple steps back because something happens. Have tolerance and compassion for self. Have tolerance and compassion for others. They're dealing with the same similar type of situation. So that tolerance will go a long way. Archangel Jophiel. Yes, please. Patron archangel to the artists and creators, but also, and I love the fact they have these butterflies here, she helps to feng shui your brain, which means calming it, releasing some of that crazy whirlwind toxicity. I have a number of meditations, some on creativity, some on the feng shui and calming the brain. Again, a support that's there for you. Generosity. Like I said, have compassion, give to yourself, give to others. Do you have to give to the point of excess? No. Balance is going to be key. And know that it's not always about giving your energy. Sometimes it's about empowering people through inspiration. Generosity means that you're open to giving, you're open to connecting. Like I said earlier, don't try and turtle yourself or recluse yourself because it's getting hard and that it's scary. You want to work with those around you because we were never meant to do this journey alone. At the same time, we sometimes have to put ourselves out there and be the givers rather than just the takers. And please be mindful of some of the takers as well. Okay, guys? Because again, sometimes people do like to take the easy way out, which means that they're going to try and make you do everything. Boundaries will be important as well, because again, we need to step into our light. It does not mean giving to the point of, well, diminishing self. This is about balance. Yes, you want to support your friends and family. However, some of the stuff that they do need to do is going to be a them thing, not a you thing. So be mindful of that. Again, talking about thinking things through. blessings. I love it. There are positive things that come forward all the time. It goes down to that abundance piece. Well, it can be really hard to connect into that. Just like it can be really hard to connect into that abundance that isn't the tangible. Now, with the holidays coming up, blessings and miracles are very much part and parcel of December. However, know that it happens year round. It's just we're not that observant. Oh, new love. I love it. Now, does this mean that a new lover is going to come into play? Not really. Sure, he might or she might or they might. It's more than new love. It is loving you. Not narcissistically, but loving where you for what you are and where you're at, and knowing that you're doing the best you can given your situation. That new love is rekindling your relationship with self. That's the big piece. And know that the more that you start to raise your vibration and step into the light, you are going to attract new people. And we do have multiple soulmates. This is where you get your soul brothers and sisters from. Yes, you can have that romantic relationship with your soulmates. However, that new love can come in many forms. But no, the primary one is the new understanding, respect, and appreciation that you're going to have with you, especially as we transcend into fall. Just said, as we transcend into fall. There you go. Yes, next week is going to be very empowering for you as we step into Libra and the fall equinox. Please find the positive, find the light and the joy in this transition. Is it going to be bumpy and challenging? Not necessarily. The full harvest moon, the eclipse, they talked about empowerment. This is a time for you. That's what we need to focus on right now. I will be posting a video for my Libra reading on Monday so that you have that added understanding. Please don't fear new, embrace it. Ask questions. Allow it to empower you. I want to thank you for joining me and the angels today. And I hope this helped to get you excited, get you motivated to not only finish off this week with the full harvest moon, but get excited for fall. Get excited for what's coming, those new emerging aspects. And if you did enjoy this session, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to let me know what you thought. What is that new exciting piece that you're excited for? And if you haven't done so, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that little red bell so that you don't miss out on further posts. As you can tell, there's more coming. And if you're looking for an added layer of support, I do have a Patreon page. I provided a link below so you can go check it out. Again, I want to thank you for joining me and the angels today, and I hope that you're excited for taking those next steps forward. Until tomorrow, my friends.